Cameron Smith takes Queensland out to defend the championship that they've held for 7 long years. And now the much anticipated New South Wales side leaving the sheds behind their popular captain, Paul Gallen. 8 years since they've won a series.
All right, boys, here we go.
So Origin in its 34th year, and game 97 is underway off the boot of Cameron Smith, and it's gone to the captain. He wanted the first carry, and he got it exactly when required. So Gallen will play the ball just outside his own 10-metre line, and this is Hoffman, who played under 18s, in fact, for Queensland. So they go in this arm wrestle to work it out early. Maloney's kick is out in the field of play. Tate went up, the ball came down. It came off Tate, went forward, knock on is called. Farah then back to the middle of the ground they go through test sets of hands, and it's with Gallen, and Gallen struggles to retain his feet, but Scott comes in over the top to get Miles, and they put him down right in the middle of the ground. It goes away to Pearce again. Lewis, a tap down to Hayne. Hayne's over. There's the first try of the game. Jared Hayne scores his 8th Origin try in his 17th game, and only his 3rd game in his pet jumper, the number 1.
And a set play worked very nicely. That's a play you see from Queensland. The inside ball to Jared Hayne, and he had plenty to do.
And approximately the 20-metre line in from touch. It's Maloney on debut, raising the flags. That will do his confidence the world of good. And it's gone to Cronk over into the corner. They're going to test young Ferguson. He was equal to the task, and he'll play the ball down on his 10-metre line. Goes back deep for Thurston, across behind the runner, then to Cronk. Friday running a decoy. Pulled down in back play was Slater, and nobody said anything, so it must have been okay. Here's a little kick by Thurston, and up they go, and Jared Hayne went high above Billy Slater to pull it down. Luke Lewis, and Lewis is able to make a very good run, and eventually it was left to Cooper Cronk to pull him down around the bootlaces, and Farah kicks out of dummy half. It's on the ground. It's been picked up by Jennings. It's gone on. There's a dummy from Hoffman. It goes to ground. Might have been pulled out by Queensland, but Ashley Klein said no. And Farah goes away to the other side, and Fafita comes in. They played together, of course, at West Tigers, and Farah makes no secret of the fact that he's very disappointed that Fafita has left the club and gone to Cronulla. Tamo loses the ball, but it's a rake against Queensland. The ball has been stolen by Cameron Smith, is the ruling. Maloney, he's successful. He's had 2 kicks for 2 successes. Cameron Smith kicking off again. Queensland now looking up at an 8-0 deficit. And Fafita is able to pirouette away from a would-be tackle. Play back for Farah to come away to Maloney, and Maloney goes through. Races inside the 30, steps off his right foot. He was looking for support. Hoffman arrived a fraction late, but Maloney will play the ball. 5 metres out, and they've been penalised for lying in the tackle. He's been most important in what's happened thus far. He hooked that, but he has missed it, yes. Pearce and Maloney are the 15th 6 and 7 combination. As it goes short from Pearce to Lewis, and Lewis knocks on. He's chased it hard. He thinks that it's come off his knees, I think. The referee is ordering it back. And Cameron Smith to Cooper Cronk, and Cronk is sandwiched in the tackle of Lewis together with Maloney. Queensland pressing inside the 10, and it's come off Miles and gone to Fafita. Queensland attacking now, and Cronk puts a kick in. It came off the boot of Luke Lewis. He picks it up and runs out to the 30-metre line. Here's Cronk now, kicking across the ground towards Brent Tate's wing. He takes it, rakes it down for Hodges. Hodges gets a kick in, and the ball is out. So they go to the middle. They go to Cronk, and Cronk has got runners to choose from. And Thurston goes away to Darius Boyd, and Boyd into touch in the field of play.
That's brilliant. Great scrambling cover defence by the Blues.
Plenty of numbers on the left side, but they've gone right to Merrin. And Merrin can unload a ball. and he had it tucked there under the wing, hoping some support would arrive before this defence. Played to Farah. Farah puts a little kick in. It came off, I think, a Maroon, picked up by Jennings. The tackle count restarts. Jennings stepping. Jennings is close. Jennings is very, very close. He may have scored. Michael Jennings has scored, I think, for New South Wales.
Clarkie, we have a try. Just want to go and check the kick to make sure there's no knock-on in amongst that, mate.
The Blues crowd, they wait and they get it. They get the result they want.
Maloney will convert this, but when we look on the replay and see how Jennings scoops the ball up and now gets himself one-on-one with tired defenders in the middle of the field, he's just too quick and strong for them. Left foot, stop, right foot, swivel. Speed is power, power, power. Reach out and slam it down.
Miles. What are you thinking, Wal, coming up to the break with about 30 seconds to go?
Well, New South Wales are way in front of the speed off their defensive line department. They're racing up.
Oh, there's a big punch up in centre of ground. Nate Miles with a left and a right from Gallen, and they both landed. They both landed flush. There was a little push and shove, and then Gallen has landed left, right on the face of Nate Miles.
Jared. Yeah, yes, absolutely.
What happened next, we're not going to tolerate, okay? Yeah. That's done now. Yeah.
Okay. Can I say something? And he's getting my knee and twisting every time I get tackled.
Okay, well,
every time.
We'll keep an eye on that, but you can't then take it in your own hands.
He's been doing it for series after series, headbutt and twisting.
That's fine, but let us deal with that, okay? Nate! You got him?
Paul Gallen dug into the history books of Nate Miles there.
Well, there's obviously a bit of history between the two because he's going back to a few games previous. Joey, sideline.
Yeah, the Blues players been complaining about Nate Miles looting with the head. So I think it's the skipper there protecting his players.
Well, I use the word trigger. That may have really spiked Queensland as Thurston puts a kick in. Boyd is after it. Hayne has got it. He closes the shop. And they will go out towards the 20-metre line. But that will be half-time. First time since game 1 in 2006 that Queensland held to 0 in the first half. So the Blues running from left to right. The second half of State of Origin 1 for 2013 is underway. And you might expect that Nate Miles carries the ball back and plays it to Cameron Smith, and then it goes over to Ashley Harrison. As close as I can to keep an eye on the tackle on Gallen. In for some kind of retaliation. Watmo out to Pearce, on to Lewis. Lewis out to Ferguson. And Ferguson has to go away from the sideline. He'll play the ball on the 30-metre line. Pearce, and he kicks high and across towards Hodges, and it's taken by Tate for the Blues, and Farah chips it down into the corner. Slater beaten by the bounce, and he's beaten by the defence.
Well, Coach Laurie Daly couldn't be happier, I'd imagine, with the start to the second half of the Blues.
Now Cronk, now Thurston, long out to Boyd. Boyd back to Thurston. Thurston busy in the middle of the ground. Now Cameron Smith looks to get away. He's on his way, and Cameron Smith is over the line. Was there a second movement?
Clarkie, tackle 5.
Well, it won't look good in slow motion.
Check.
I don't think it'll look good in slow motion.
They're not going to get it. But there was some inspiration in the move a little bit early with Jonathan Thurston. We heard you talking about it, Gus, as it comes up no try. Disappointment for Queensland.
Slow play the ball. Gallen run around. Farah decoy. Pearce in ball. Lewis. And Lewis is within 2 metres again. And he lost the ball. Here is Slater now. And comes back with Big Shillington. And And he's so close. In fact, he's over the line on his back. So it's the fourth tackle. Hodges out of one. Hodges out of two. Hodges out of three. Here's Brent Tate on the end of the line.
How
Playing
good was
inside
that?
the 30-metre line. Here's Cronk. Out to Thurston. The quick spread is on. Out to Greg Inglis. The famous fend. Now to Boyd. And Boyd scores for Queensland. Again. Darius Boyd scores his 10th Origin try.
And we go back to a piece of fancy play at the other end of the field that New South Wales didn't need to call upon, and they have been punished. Great work from Justin Hodges, Billy Slater on the far side, and then Jonathan Thurston summed it up. Gave it to Greg Inglis, one-on-one with Morris. He attracted the winger in, and Darius Boyd crosses wide out.
Thurston giving the kicking job to Cameron, or this may have been well the case. And Smith from the sideline, yes, has converted. Chewing up some time with Bird. Thurston sweeping around the back. Oh, good tackle. Greg Bird.
Yeah, read him beautifully.
Now the last for Queensland. And it's Cronk. And again he goes over towards Morris on the wing. And he's come down with it.
Let it go, let it go.
So it'll be a 20-metre restart. He'll sprint out Morris. Officials are in position. Morris out to the 30-metre line. The Blues hit back. The crowd doesn't like it. They feel, oh, look at this one. Greg Inglis on Fafita. And he goes behind Nate Miles to Thurston. Thurston chips into the corner. Hayne is there. Hayne is there. Hayne with a good run. He's out of the tackle. Tries to have another go. And he gets a penalty.
Yeah,
He's
good
trying to
energy.
play the ball. Corey Parker getting it back for Nate Miles. And Miles into the middle for Billy Slater. Slater's gone down to the 30-metre line. Haynes after him. Haynes got him. One-on-one. Slater will play the ball. Queensland then with a last-minute dive at this line. Here's Thaiday losing the ball. Picked up by the Blues. 30 seconds to go. And this pro-New South Wales crowd is counting it down. They're rising out of their seats. As Queensland go quickly wide to the right. The ball is knocked on. Double knock on. Here's full time. The Blues win 14-6. First time in an opener since 2008. Holden State of Origin, the scoreboard reads New South Wales 1, Queensland 0.